We told you guys the L5P would be back, and guess what? The 21 is here. It's getting upgraded to our D3 HP package. Before we dive into that, we're first going to be talking about one of the key components that actually puts the power down on the dyno, but we're not talking about fuel. We're talking about the turbocharger. Now, if you know me, I do not like VGT turbochargers. Because of this, they create too much drive pressure. We give it so much fuel, we peak the turbocharger, and hey, we're out of power and just the efficiency goes down. It's not healthy for the truck. We know this. They're not built to make a ton of power, but they do. This turbocharger right here is a stock one. This turbocharger is the brand new Calibrated Power Solution 67mm G2 turbocharger. It's cracked up to be a lot of turbocharger that puts down a lot of power. Well, today, that's what we're talking about. But first, let's dive in the factory unit. So we got the 21 turbocharger off the L5P. It's brand new. It's got 2,000 miles on it. You can check out the video here. We've made over 590 rural horsepower and over 1,300 foot-pounds of torque. If you ever got to drive one of these trucks with one of our packages, they get down. This little guy puts it out. You got a factory compressor unit here that puts out up to 46 pounds of boost. But let me stop you there. Just because we make a high boost pressure number doesn't mean it's always healthy for the truck in the long run. You don't want to run these trucks choked up. When I say that word, what am I talking about? Drive pressure. Let me spin this guy around. Here we go. So on the back, I refer to this wheel as the turbine wheel. There is vanes inside of here. Listen to the sound of this actuator. All right, you hear that? That means the exhaust gases have to flow through, hit the vanes, and then flow out this wheel. Well, if you know, you've got a hole only so big that you can flow exhaust gases through, and then when you're tapped out, the dude will not make any more power, and it can hurt your engine. So I've talked about all these negative things on the VGT turbochargers. You know I'm not a big fan. If we're gonna upgrade turbochargers, I really wanna go to an S400. The L5Ps respond well to it. That's where we're gonna be talking about replacing this unit with Calibrated Power Solutions new G2. So when we're upgrading to our D3 HP package, we wanna put the power down. Not just a little bit, but we wanna make more. Well, what do we have on the table? We have a Calibrated Power Solution G2 67mm 100% OEM drop-in turbochargers. Got it here. Let's take a look at it. I said 67 millimeters. That is the size of the compressor wheel here. You can see that it does resemble the factory unit. The factory unit, we have laid down some crazy boost numbers out of it, but of course those high drive pressures, and we don't like that. We need a more efficient turbocharger. Next thing, moving on, it's a Borg-Warner unit, so they take a brand new OEM one and they do their works to it. Third thing, got the VGT actuator here. That's something they don't have control over. They're just trying to make the best turbocharger possible and more importantly, the most efficient. So talking about efficiencies, let's spin this dude around, take a look at the turbine wheel. You can see they got her down. Take a look at that. That turbine wheel is actually massive. It resembles more like a Borg-Warner S400 setup. I can't remove the turbine housing so it avoids the warranty, right? It looks like an 83, maybe an 87, I don't know. That's for them guys to know. It's our job to put it on the truck and see if it actually does the job. But they have all the key components to put power down. So out with the old, in with the new. The factory turbocharger, just straight up, has extremely high drive pressure, and we're just tapped out. We got a lot of fuel on hand. That's where the drop-in unit by Calibrated Power Solutions is supposed to win me over from a non-VGT. I'm a huge fan, and I'm not a believer in these VGTs on highly modified stuff. 67 millimeter, huge turbine wheel. This guy looks enticing. It should lay the power down. They rate this thing at 800 rear wheel horsepower. The L5Ps have stock fueling to get them over 700. Well, guess what? We got a dyno. We're gonna put that dude on the dyno and see if they can back it up. I wanna be one over on this turbocharger. That way I can offer you guys a better solution when you're trying to keep your factory turbo brake. So, next time you see this brand new 21 L5P, it'll be powered by our D3 HP package. Be strapped to that Mustang dyno, and we're going after some big numbers. Let's see what it can do. If you're a fan of the L5Ps, make for sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. See you back here next week at Point Blank Performance.